How do you wear a baseball hat? Like that? It looks terrible. I hate it. Close enough. We were all kids once. At least I hope so. And if you were a kid in the 1990s, you might remember a line of sports games that were aimed at kids with some really easy point and click controls. No, not FIFA. I hate FIFA. Stop asking me to play FIFA.
Simply breathtaking.
I'm talking about the backyard sports games. These games started coming out in the late 90s and continued with consistent releases through the early 2000s. And many who grew up with them had pretty fond memories tied to these games. And then one day, they didn't. But I played so many of these games and I absolutely loved them to death. But I'll also be the first to admit that although the initial releases were great, along the way they kinda started to falter. It kinda reminds me of that picture of that horse that is initially drawn amazing, and then as it goes on it looks like something that Ronnie Dobbs scribbled together. So somewhere along the way, the quality of these games just didn't hit the same due to their move to 3D, lackluster gameplay, loss of charm, and saturation. And from there, the franchise slowly died off. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock, you've probably heard that some of the originals have been brought back officially to Steam.
Play ball!
Which is probably long overdue since the other games published by Humongous Entertainment have been on Steam for eons now. But all the while, the backyard sports games have been surprisingly missing. I know there were talks by the Kelsey brothers on their podcast about potentially bringing back the franchise, and although this wasn't done by them, it sounds like someone took inspiration from that. This new company called Playground Productions popped up out of nowhere announcing a huge backyard sports revival, including games, merchandise, comics, and okay, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Let's start back at the beginning, all the way back, and take a look at the life, the death, and the resurrection of the backyard sports. The year is 1997 and our debut game is up to bat. Backyard Baseball was the first game that I and many others played from this franchise, and I can say they absolutely nailed it. Instead of trying to give some realistic simulator of the sport, it took a much more casual approach with its silly team names, funny power-ups, and of course, the kids. There's an entire roster of backyard kids that each have their own unique characteristics and personalities. There's this rule in animation called the silhouette rule, and it states that a character should be easily identifiable simply by seeing their silhouette. Just about any kid could pick out Mario, Bugs Bunny, or Peter Griffin. It's the bald chin. The bald chin gives it away. But every character in this game does a great job following this rule. If you've played this game before, you know that this is Pete Wheeler, this is Ahmed Khan, and this is Keisha Phillips. The only exception to this rule would be like Sydney and Ashley Weber, but that's because they're twins and the only difference is one faces that way and one faces that way. And I still haven't remembered which one is which. But there's so many details added to what could have just been some very generic characters. Giving them their own little bits of lore is what gave this franchise its personality. Pete Wheeler is the hillbilly, but also the fastest kid around. Dante is the hungry kid whose whole personality is eating. I mean, he's chowing down a whole hot dog every time he's up to bat. Dimitri is the smart nerd, but still respected because he's a bigger kid and can hit the ball hard. And there's also Stephanie Morgan, who is literally the baseball personality, which is ironic because she is nowhere near the best player in the game. And then there's even pairs of siblings like I mentioned with the Weber twins. There's also Sally and Ronnie Dobbs, and I'm pretty sure that Ronnie's only here because Sally's mom said that she had to bring her little brother along. There's Kenny and Vicky Kawaguchi, who are just the most wholesome brother and sister combo. Ahmed is the cooler older brother who's pretty good at any sport he plays, and his younger brother Amir tries really hard to keep up with his big bro. And then we have the Del Vecchios. Tony and Angela are the perfect representation of Staten Island, Little Italy.
You better pick Tony for your team, because Tony's the best kid here.
Hey, the name's Angela. Angela Del Vecchio.
Though as fans of Parks and Rec, I can't see them as anything else except for Jean Ralphio and Mona Lisa Saperstein.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
They even went as far as giving stat attributes to these siblings depending where they play. For instance, the Weber twins get a stat boost if they play together, but Tony and Angela get stat boosts for being on opposite teams. And how can I talk about how iconic these kids are without mentioning the best one of them all, Gretchen Hasselhoff.
I took really fast and stuff because I have a lot to say, and even though you can never hear words, but that's okay. And I eat sugar and I'm tired, but you can understand everything. And I say nothing because of anything at all. So there.
I'm pretty sure she has ADHD. But really, I am talking about the GOAT. The one character everybody knows from this series, the #1 overall pick, the MVP of every league, Pablo Sanchez. Oh, that's a good looking one. Oh, that's out! Let's go! Pablo, 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 Pablo! If you've ever played a backyard sports game, you know Pablo Sanchez. He is either your saving grace or your worst nightmare. No! They got Pablo! No! Having such a colorful cast wasn't the only thing that made this a standout title though. Backyard Baseball had a lot of really easy point and click controls. You can play the entire game with a single mouse click. Choose your team, set the lineup, and hit the field. When you're pitching, you just choose what type of pitch you want and then click where you want to throw it. The ball will randomly go somewhere in that circle, and different pitchers have different size circles, so it's worth trying out a number of different players, since each of them specialize with fastballs, slow balls, or even curves. When the ball is hit, you click on the ball for your player to grab it, and then click on who you want to throw it to. It's really that easy. Matter of fact, they wanted to make this game so accessible, you don't actually have to click to pick it up and throw it. For the most part, the game will play itself. But clicking where you want to go gets the ball there a little faster, so there's a little bit of skill involved. When it's your turn to bat, you can choose what type of hit you want and then keep an eye on the pitch to see if it's worth swinging. And I think the real irony of it is that for the most part, I'll just use power 95% of the time and then maybe bunting the other 5%. I don't even touch the other two. I mean, who's hitting a grounder? Let me know if I'm the only one who plays this way. What really adds to both sides of the gameplay are the power-ups. Getting a strikeout earns you a special pitch, like the ball wobbling back and forth, slowing down, freezing in place, or even firing down the middle at the speed of a meteor strike. If for some reason you're on the receiving end of one of these pitches and you turn it into a base hit, you're rewarded with a special bat. Oh, Kenny, you're about to hit the best ball of your life.
And the pitch.
Ah! You missed, Kenny! You lost it, Kenny! You've got some insane power bats, like the crazy bunt that sends the ball around the field cackling like the Joker from Batman, all the way to the aluminum power bat that sends the ball into the stratosphere. Oh! Annie, my goat! It feels amazing to make contact with one of those. It feels less amazing when the computer uses it against you. How's that fair? And when you win enough games in the season, you go to the playoffs and eventually play in the championship game in a best of 5 to become the Ultra Grand Champion of the universe. And between becoming Grand Champions over and over again, or just having fun with a pickup game against other backyard kids, it was some of the best times I ever had gaming as a kid. And it's pretty easy to see why so many other kids fell in love with it. So with Backyard Baseball's huge success, it seemed inevitable that other sports would join the lineup. And boy did they. Just a year later, we got Backyard Soccer, or Backyard Football if you're on the other side of the Atlantic, bringing back all of the recognizable kids in a game that's recognizable to most of the world. Except for the US, because I could not figure out what the hell I was doing. Shoot it to Pablo. Pass it. Shoot it! How is that offside? What is offsides? How do you get offsides in like football? Who was knocked down? Who's that a foul on? I didn't see anyone get knocked down. Not only are all the kids back, but I love that the skills each kid has is diverse across different sports. Reese Worthington, who wasn't necessarily that great at baseball, is smashing it in soccer. Pete, who was the fastest kid around the bases, is tripping over his own feet on the pitch. And it was in this game that I discovered that Pablo, my goat, is bald. I had no idea. But you know what? Ricky is bald too, and it never seemed to bother him, so. The career mode is well improved too, giving multiple seasons to play through, an indoor tournament, and the ability to start a brand new season after you've completed one. This game is a ton of fun and still only part of the beginning of this franchise. It only gets better from here, because only a year after that, they released Backyard Football. And what's more American than football? A crisp fall Sunday in your living room, eating wings, drinking beer, and holding back tears as the Bears have another terrible season. Just kidding, I'm a Packers fan. Along with bringing back all the kids, this was the first backyard sports game to feature recognizable pro teams and pro athletes as well. Whether it's some of the greatest of all time like Jerry Rice or Barry Sanders, or if it was some that we might rather forget.
The name is pronounced Favre. F-A-V-R-E. Favre. Have you ever seen an alligator up close?
It's crazy to go down memory lane and see some of the older franchises and names from that time. Like, do you remember when the Chargers were in San Diego? Or the Rams were in St. Louis? How about the Oakland Raiders? Or when the Miami Dolphins logo was actually good? I also suppose that Washington had a different team name once upon a time. But from Randall Cunningham to Steve Young to Drew Bledsoe, you can fill your team with washed quarterbacks that nobody remembers. Okay, I'm kidding. Randall Cunningham was actually quite a legend. It's just hard to admit that as a Packers fan. And also, for the first time in any backyard sports game, you can create your own custom character. It is their first attempt at custom characters, so your choices are limited to either having an oval head or an oval head the other way. But at least you can name them whatever you want as long as it fits. The customization doesn't stop there though. Aside from making your own kid, hold on, wait, that didn't come out right. You can even make your own custom plays. From deep bombs, to jet sweeps, to run pass options, and even defensive schemes. You really get to make your playbook your own. But it's also a backyard sports game with 5 kids on the field, so you can only be so creative. But that didn't stop me from putting hours upon hours into playing this game over and over again. Making my own plays, throwing for touchdowns, recovering fumbles, and winning the Super Colossal Cereal Bowl. This is also the first backyard sports game to have a real multiplayer. You and your friend can play against each other in a pickup game, and there was even a built-in global matchmaking system that nobody used because everyone who was playing this was 8 years old and had no idea how to connect to the internet. But as iconic as baseball was, this was my personal favorite and truly the pinnacle of what they were able to accomplish as a series. Not to say that it immediately got bad after this, because they did take a lot of these same gameplay designs and features and made a few other great games in the upcoming years. Backyard Baseball 2001 was argued to be even better than the original by some fans, and they really utilized everything that made the Backyard Sports series such a staple. There were new versions of both Backyard Soccer and Backyard Football released shortly after, and then late in 2001, Backyard Basketball was released too. But this is where the shift began to happen. Within this time period, Humongous Entertainment went from publishing their own games to going through Infogrames, which is owned by Atari. Now, since they were still being developed by Humongous Entertainment, they still held some of their identity, but you could tell that the direction these games were heading were taking away more and more of what made these games special. And here's what I mean. Truth be told, the downfall didn't happen all at once. It was a slow burn that started around 2002 with Backyard Baseball and Football. They didn't completely ruin it right away, but the creative changes were obviously noticeable. The menu is no longer the fun clubhouse, which is unfortunate. It's very plain-ish, and there's no longer a fun bench for everybody to sit on. Nobody quite looks right. I don't know how to explain it. They just don't look right. This just doesn't look like Annie anymore. Remember what Annie looked like? That's not Annie, you know? That's Ernie Steele. They took away all of his personality. Now he's just some kid. You don't get the fun board that has a picture of your team anymore. With the batting order, this is the most plain menu. It's so sad. Listen, I'll give them this. They're pretty imaginative when it comes to their fields and stadiums, right? Like, they didn't lose their imagination there. But that is not Sunny Day, and that is not Vinny the Gooch. They replaced my boy Vinny with some redhead. Also, this is super hard to control. Oh, foul.
The delivery.
Oh wait, that's a hit. That's a hit right there. Go two, go two. How do you get him to go second? Ooh, what a good. Oh, it's out of here! Let's go! Annie Frazier's crazy, which is totally out of her character. Fang? What does Fang do? Nothing, apparently. The whole game feels a little soulless. It's quiet, it's awkward. Also, the power-ups are kind of sad. Like the knuckleball, this is a power-up. That's definitely not where I threw it, but alright. Slow-mo. Bro, it phased through the bat! What the heck? The game is so broken! Can we like get somebody to grab that? Bro! What are you doing? Grab the ball! Guys, remember when Pete's main attribute was that he was tired all the time? He just wanted to nap. Do you remember that? I didn't. You know, the funny thing is, you can't even really tell that this is supposed to be Tony Del Vecchio. Oh no, this is Tony. Never mind. You see how I got them confused because they all look the same? I mean, you could probably tell that this was Keisha, right? Like probably. You could tell that that's Pablo. Remember when you could do something funny like bunt it as Pete and then just run around the bases and watch them keep throwing it to the wrong base because you're already at the next base? You can't do that in this game. Backyard football! Oh boy, the bland generic main screen again. Let's go. Saddest part again, there's no bench. Pablo, let's go. Oh, at least he can talk in this one.
My Spanish is getting a lot better, huh?
They butchered him. I'm so sad. What did they do to my boy Chuck Downfield? They gave him Peter Griffin chin. He's open. Run, 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 go! Is A sprint? Am I doing it? Am I sprinting? He made it! It's a touchdown, Pete Wheeler! What is this celebration dance? There's not even sound effects. That was just sad to watch. Rolling out, rolling out, rolling out, rolling out, rolling out. Nobody's here. I'm running it. I'm running it. I'm running it. Go, Peyton, go! Go, Peyton Manning! Gonna score the touchdown and eat some chicken wings! You know, that only garners the fact that this is so not realistic at all because the real Peyton Manning would never be able to make that run. Wait, I've got the magnet. What does the magnet do? Is it like instant interception or? No, I guess not. Hey, yo, onside kick, let's go. Oh, yo, let's go. Oh, never mind, no! Chameleon play. Wait, the chameleon play didn't do anything. In the old game, the chameleon play changed your complete outfit to look like the other team. It didn't do anything in this one. Oh, was that the end of the game? The time expires, I scored. They don't have that loud horn that goes anymore, so I had no idea. Ugh, he's open, please. Thank you. Let's go. They thought I was gonna punt. They don't know that I'm stupid. Oh, he caught it! Oh, no, he didn't make it. Better catch it. He got it! No, he didn't! What do you mean? Wait, it was caught! Let's go! After further review, he had 2 feet down! This was before Des Bryant, so it counts. He's open! No, how do you not catch that? There was nobody for miles! He truly is a Green Bay Packer, isn't he? They also made the mistake of trying to put some of these games onto mobile consoles like the Game Boy Advance, and that turned out exactly how you'd expect it to. I'm sorry, that's not even voice acting. They gave her the Animal Crossing treatment. Oh my, oh wow, ooh, this is a looker, that's for sure. Really committed to the new designs though, didn't they? They got LeBron James, hey yo! That's how long he's been in the league, by the way. Bro, they did my man Jorge so dirty. Hold on, what do you do? Why'd you shoot that? Bro, how is Jorge like, look at him. Jorge was T-posing. Anyway, it's 19-2. I'm not gonna lie. This game is like super boring. Oh my God, wait, he can turn, look at him. He can spin. He got the spin move. He got the spin move. Shoot it from there. Oh my God, he's crazy. There isn't even like commentary in this one. That's what makes it feel so empty. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that game sucked. Season is beginning. No, it's not, it's ending. I'm done with this game. I'm just gonna click pickup game. I'm not gonna do a full season. Bro, don't make me play as the Cleveland Browns. At least he looks like Chuck Downfield, all right? Dog, can you tell what character is what? Imagine seeing Backyard Football on the PC from 1999, and then you play this. What am I playing? This sucks. Who am I passing it to? He's open, I think. Who is he? I can't tell. Go, run. What do you mean intercepted? I didn't throw the ball. It was a run play. Timeout. Hold on. Team strategy. Who is on my team? Wait, I got Tom Brady and Peyton Manning? Why is Tom Brady and Peyton Manning playing defense? No wonder we suck. I would have never guessed that that was Tom Brady. You gonna look at any of these guys and tell me they look like Tom Brady? Go, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. How did I not get him? Why is that so loud? Just rush the quarterback. I don't even care. Oh. Dog, this game sucks. Catch it. What? It was wide open. How do you just not catch that? Wait, I'm frozen. What the heck kind of power up is that? Why did they punt? They punted from the 5-yard line. All right, we're playing a different game. We're playing a new one. You guys ready to play the best Game Boy Advance backyard sports game ever? Wait a second, that's Pablo? You're telling me that's Pablo Sanchez? The steering is actually so hard because you have to like turn left and right, you know? Pressing left doesn't make me go left, it makes me turn left. So when I hold left, I go in circles. If I hold right, I go in circles. Whose idea was it to try to play like rock music through a Game Boy Advance speaker? Oh, be careful not to skate into the dark abyss. How did they even program this game? They really tried to make 3D on something that was not made for 3D. Anyway, I'm done with this if you guys are done with this. However, Backyard Skateboarding for the PC was an absolute banger, so that one gets a pass. And as the years went on, the worse and worse they got. By 2010, they were completely unrecognizable. That was the most how do you do fellow kids intro I've ever seen in my life. Oh no, they ruined it. Guys, I found it. I found the exact point where it died. Wait, who are these people? That's Ahmed Khan? No, it's not. Where's his headset? They've butchered everybody. Ashley Weber looks like Paris Hilton. That's supposed to be Dante? That's supposed to be Jorge. He just looks pissed. They massacred my boy Pablo. There ain't no way. They completely took out Kenny Kawaguchi. That's gotta be ableist. That's supposed to be Pete. He looks depressed. That's not Pete. That's not how Pete acts. The Pete I know would have made it to first base and I'm rounding second. Somebody took a whole roster of characters who had personality and charm and turned them into the lowest common denominator. It's the most depressing thing. Bro, they made Pablo so tall. There's no enthusiasm in like the commentator either. First of all, where is Sunny Day? Sunny Day is just gone.
Gotta run. My cousin's coming over and she always tries to look through my stuff when I'm not there.
What is this commentary? That's Mikey Thomas? I'm sorry, the snotty kid? It definitely isn't. Has 2 eyes, one is for Ashley, one is for Sydney, is a wild statement to make about children. I can't get over the fact that Pete just looks depressed and not happy to be there. But he says he's happy. His little emotion is happy. I don't know. Orbiter?
Orbiter.
Where's that going? So it's like aluminum power bat, but like objectively worse because I can't see the field now. Backyard Football 2009. It doesn't get any better, guys. Wait, no. That's not Pablo Sanchez. That's not even close to Pablo Sanchez. That's Brock Purdy. Why do these games exist? Because money.
Looking to throw.
What's the button to throw? We're just gonna try to run it up the gut on 3rd and 29.
Go. We've got a handoff.
No, we don't. Run it, Tom. Run it, because I don't know how to throw the ball. He's so cocky. I hate it.
QB hands off the ball.
I hate this game. This game sucks. It's stupid and it sucks. And why did they ever make it?
the ability to run fast.
It says press right to throw the ball. I'm pressing right. It doesn't throw the ball. Better make this 4th down. Go, Tom, go. What? I'm sorry, what?
It looks like the QB is going to hand off. What have you got to say, Chuck?
I've got a rash.
Shut up, Chuck. Backyard Sports Sandlot Sluggers. Select teams. That's Vicky Kawaguchi. I disagree. Bro, they made Jorge hot. What the heck? That is not Pablo. They've ruined Pablo. Again. That's supposed to be Dimitri. That's supposed to be the Weber twins. Who are the old guys? What happened to Sunny Day? Throw it, throw it, throw it. Where did... What button is it to throw it? Can I just say this absolutely looks like a Wii game? That's dropping, run, run, run. Go home, the dog's got it. Oh, it's a grand rule double. Why is the dog even out there? Who brought their dog? I can't get over how ugly every single kid in this game is. The pitching is just so much worse. The hitting is even worse than that somehow. I won! I did it, guys, I won! I don't know how! This game sucks! There's a story mode, which is so interesting to me. Oh my goodness, oh, they all look so terrifying. If you're not pitching, you don't need to know how. Position, definitely not pitcher.
It was a dark and stormy night.
What is this? What? I'm sorry, what am I watching? Go outside and play catch, and don't play this abomination of a game. I can't even see the batter's box. There's no batter's box anymore.
It's up there.
Oh, go home, go home, go home. No way he caught that. Dude just crushed his head into a fountain. What is this, strike 2 music? Dog, I don't know. Game's weird.
Well, we got 0-2.
You're right, it's like I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and it's the $1 million question, and it's like, so those weren't great. But mid-2024, Playground Productions came out of nowhere, and it was not founded by Jason Kelsey.
I've secretly been looking into seeing if anybody holds the rights to backyard football and backyard baseball, because I want to buy it and get this thing going again. That was the best game ever.
No, instead it came from somebody named Lindsay Barnett, who was a teacher out of Chicago. Someone who played these games as a kid and loved these games growing up. A true superfan and probably where games like this belong, in the hands of people who care about them. And her one dream was to bring it back. So much so that she hired a private investigator to track down who had the copyright. But it was with this determination that the dream was born. Before even releasing the very first game, we got this trailer. This was Backyard Sports' grand announcement at its return. The original kids and their personalities really shone through with this video. But with the updated animation, it looked perfect. Following that, we got a lot of comic strips that not only showed commitment to the franchise, but truly an understanding of where it came from. I mean, look at this. That's funny as heck. They even cemented this art style by backyardifying other people. Whether it was fans or pros or whoever completed their most recent challenge on Twitter, everybody was getting backyardified. And of course, where would a franchise be without merch? I mean, granted, the selection isn't like that big, but that's some quality stuff. They got t-shirts and hoodies and hats. And man, if I wasn't so broke, I'd get one myself. I think I'd look good in a Pablo Sanchez jersey, maybe. But hey, quality over quantity, right? Which is also the same principle that they brought to the games. And after a couple months of build-up, we finally got our first release. And they truly saved the best for first. Backyard Baseball 1997, a classic! And boy, did they nail it. I mean, they could have just re-released the same game that there was before, but they did so much more than that. First off, this game is full of achievements now. Some of them are exactly what you'd expect them to be, like strike out some batters, hit some home runs, and win the championship. But then there's some fun, unique trophies that are actually well thought out, like hitting a home run into the dumpster, or trying to hit a home run out of Tin Can Alley without a power-up, which I genuinely thought was impossible as a kid. The only reason I know it's possible now is because of this achievement, and I got it. I mean, I don't have footage of me getting it, but I have a screenshot that says I have the achievement. I got it. I swear. I promise. I have all the achievements. And then Backyard Baseball on Steam even adopted crowd control. And it led to some of the most fun that I had ever had with this game. Yes, I'm gonna show you a quick montage. Arm injury? Who's Kimmy? Kimmy's not on my team! Kimmy's terrible! Kimmy, you better hit this strike. Oh! Kimmy's still on my team! You didn't just trade a pitcher, you traded out the entire player! What was that throw? What? What did they throw so fast? You gave me Ronnie Dobbs? Wait, why is this pitching actually kind of nuts? Hold up. Yeah. Ooh, Ronnie kind of hot with it. 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts. He's kind of nuts. Give the batter a random power up. Oh, okay. Oh, with Pablo up to bat. Pinch hitter. Dude, no! I lost Pablo! It's okay. Aluminum power, Annie Frazier. Oh! Annie's so much better than Pablo. The stats don't lie. I still got Ronnie up to pitch. And then Annie's out here at shortstop. Pablo's just gone. They're just gone. I don't have Pablo anymore. You can just have 9 Mr. Clankies, can you? How does that work? What did you do? Everybody's Mr. Clanky. Hold on.
The coach calls timeout.
It's just all Mr. Clanky. I got 3 minutes. Go, 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 Mr. Clanky. Pick it up, somebody. Don't. Bro, Liz is out here trying to walk Mr. Clanky, not knowing that the next man up to bat is another Mr. Clanky. Oh. Is that a home run? Mr. Clanky's the GOAT! Oh. That's another home run, Mr. Clanky! And Mr. Clanky comes back up to bat. Now I see why Liz was so scared of him. You traded out Pete for Kimmy! I didn't want Kimmy! I thought we got rid of Kimmy! He's one of the worst players next to Gretchen and Ronnie. Oh my goodness! Wait, Kimmy's the best player in the game! Pablo who? What do you mean bunt? It changed it to bunt! Dog! It's Pablo! Pablo's back! We got Pablo! Let's go! I love... No! Alright guys, you know what would be funny? If you replace everybody on the team and get my original team back. That would be so hilarious, I think. What? What? You can do that? You can put them on the other team? Pinch hitter. Dude! You did the puny fielders? Wait, they're all tiny! You can see it from here! Oh my goodness, they can't throw the ball! No! Wait, why is everybody on my team Pablo? You gave me 9 Pablos! Yo, at bat Pablo Sanchez, on deck Pablo Sanchez, in the hole Pablo Sanchez. The funny thing is he's 1 for 1 today because he's also on the other team. Look, there he is! He's also playing first base for the other team! If there's just one Pablo and he's that fast. That's what I'm thinking, right? He's just in every place at once because he's moving that quickly. Oh! Oh, it's gone. Pablo, my GOAT, with a 3-run homer, sending Pablo, and Pablo to home plate. Pablo on the other team from first base looks in horror. What'd you do? Frame rate? Oh my goodness, it's like fast now. Oh! What's restless batter syndrome? And you did it with Gretchen, who literally has ADHD. Whoa! Homie! She looking like Happy Feet out there. Crosshairless? Hide the strike zone? Bro, I'm out here guessing. I'm a swing. Never mind, we're good. No! She's wigging out again! She looking like the ball. The ball was also wigging out. Substitute bleacher? Who did you swap? It's a bunch of Tonys. How did you pinch hit on having 9 of the same guy? Wait, because you pinch hit, you changed it to 9 Gretchens. Does that mean if somebody else pinch hits, it'll become a different 9 players? Oh, now we got Mikey Thomas. Uh-oh. It says 9 Mikey Thomases now, but we clearly still have Gretchen on base, so... Not Jorge! Ain't no shot, you just gave me 9 Jorges. Dude! Alright, come on Jorge, prove me wrong. There we go. Made contact, let's go Jorge. Oh, I'm losing my voice already. I'm just so excited about Jorge. right down the middle, just like Jorge likes it. Wait, we got bases loaded with Jorge. Can we get a grand slam Jorge home run? You try to give me a swing king, but it's not gonna matter, baby! It's not gonna matter! Jorge with the grand slam to bring in Jorge! Jorge! Jorge and Jorge! It's a Jorge grand slammer! You couldn't script it better! He might be the best player in the game. It wasn't too much longer after that Backyard Soccer was released. And yeah, it's backyard soccer, but it still came with all the same bells and whistles that Backyard Baseball came with. And I did get every achievement in that game too, including losing 10 games. You know how much willpower it takes to absolutely not dominate in backyard soccer? 10 times? And then after that, things got quiet for a little bit, which is alright, because truthfully, a lot of us were just happy to have the games back. I mean, you can't realistically expect all of the games to come out super fast just because it doesn't make sense business-wise. You don't want to front load all of your content right away and then be left with nothing. You want a little bit of longevity when it comes to running a company. You release everything at once and your company is going to die faster than an infield fly. Do you get it? Because flies only have a lifespan of 28 days, and in the game there's an infield fly, and I don't know, I'm really trying here. But secondly, and the real reason why they haven't released most of the other sports games yet, is a lot more simple. Copyright. To save you a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo, basically in order to use a lot of the professional teams and the professional players, you have to ask them all permission. Sometimes it's as easy as them saying yes, which is why we already got confirmation that Jerry Rice is coming back. Love that guy. But other times you have to contact the NFL, and the NFL is a little stingy, and maybe they want some money. And then it turns into an 87-page legal document that required 19 revisions and a big fat royalty check. And they have to do that for every game. So forgive them if backyard hockey hasn't even been teased yet. But that's okay, because they still found ways to drop bombshells. While we're waiting on these other games, they're still throwing fastballs with this one, because they dropped the biggest announcement in backyard sports history. It's coming to mobile. I mean, it's already now, but like at the time that was a really big deal. And it makes sense because the game ran on a computer from 1997, and my one phone has 100 times the computing power than that computer ever did. It also helps that the mobile market is literally the largest market in all of gaming, and it's not even close. I mean, I hate that that's true, but like if I was in charge of backyard baseball, this is absolutely what I'd be doing. That's smart choice. That's as smart as having Pete Wheeler as your leadoff hitter and having him bunt. But they went wild with this, getting people to play backyard baseball on their phones everywhere. Basically in every ballpark in America. From here, I can't imagine it getting any better. It got better. Just a few weeks from the point where I'm releasing this video, they brought backyard baseball to both PlayStation and Switch. Not Xbox though, because Xbox is stinky and stupid, and I hate Xbox. I mean, they said why they didn't bring it to Xbox, but in my heart, it's because Xbox sucks. I have no sympathy for Xbox. And for the most part, they left it relatively the same. They even brought over the achievements as trophies in the PlayStation version. Well, almost all of them. They actually didn't carry over the 250 strikeouts, which is a blessing. Thank God. That sucked. But you're darn right, I'm going for the platinum. I'm gonna do it. Okay, update on this actually. So I was going for the trophy to hit a home run out of Tin Can Alley, and somehow the computer beat me to it. This didn't give me the trophy, all it did was mock me. So I'll keep you updated. So backyard sports are in a really good spot right now. And with that being said, they're not even close to being finished. They've only released 2 games, and they have 4 more major releases still to go. Also, please bring back backyard skateboarding, please. I'm begging, please. That one was actually really good. I liked that one. But it's insane the kind of influence this game has had just over the past couple years of its return. Not only introducing a brand new generation of players to the game, but reconnecting with old ones. People you may not have even realized played them. Players all over the MLB have been seen playing the game and repping the merch. And then even superstars like Jalen Brunson wore a Pablo Sanchez jersey, or Baker Mayfield that day that he threw 5 touchdowns.
Mayfield rifles it. Touchdown! Tampa Bay! It's a 5 spot for Baker Mayfield.
They even got Dude Perfect to come in and play the game. And I think they loved it.
Hey! Go! It's all good!
And even on top of that, they still want to do some sort of TV show, web series, I'm not sure, but they have the animation to do it, so why not? It would be great to see these kids in a fun animated medium. And on top of everything that I just mentioned, they still plan on bringing out a brand new game, maybe as early as next year.
Like I said before, we have those 6 classic titles coming, and we are in production on a brand new Backyard Sports title coming out next year. So stay really tuned in, because we're going to have some fun things to share.
And I am as excited as I can be for a 31-year-old man. But it has been a joy and a treat to relive my childhood and have the opportunity to share it with the next generation. And if you liked this video and love Backyard Sports, I appreciate you watching, and leave a like and subscribe, and I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Go play the Backyard Sports games. They're on everything imaginable by now, except for Xbox. Thank you guys for watching. I still gotta get the platinum on Backyard Baseball, so I'm gonna do that. Bases loaded. Pablo's up to bat. I need one more home run. Aluminum power. That's my 250th home run. That's the platinum trophy, baby. I got it. I definitely didn't exploit save states.